All right. Last where we left off, in the midst of a room with an urn, far and deep. They're in kind of what looks like a room made to ornate and be a slight tomb. Skeletons are on the walls, and there's a central figure with a mighty sword that stands armored, runes deep within, and this urn at the center of the room. Coming here, you can hear the roots of the bough coming closer. We're still enough a ways where you have some time here, now that you've found this unexplored area that the roots have not yet found. Have not had a chance to crash and search the contents within. In this space, you see Echo having kind of peered over into the urn. There's this poof of what seems to be dust or maybe spores that kind of come out of it as she flies. She kind of, you see her heave and get a little tired. And she lands upon Grim's shoulder, trips over one of the hairs on just above a pectoral, and kind of falls down, nestled, and goes unconscious, seemingly asleep. What would you all like to do?
You just had to touch something.
I'm sorry, I don't know what I did. I mean, is she all right? Can we? I mean, does she seem all right? Is she breathing?
I'm just gonna check her out, make sure she's breathing, poke her.
So let's have a little.
Yeah.
But stays asleep.
Here, let me just nestle her up on my shoulder. Well, you stay right there, little one. Sleep.
I just balanced on one peck.
Yeah. Rest well. Well, did you pull the sword out, or did you just touch it?
He didn't touch anything. I was about to. She warned me, and I stepped back, but maybe I stepped on something like a pressure trigger. I have no idea. Oh, man.
Well,
I
mean,
just
it
keep her
already
safe.
happened.
Make sure she's strapped on really well, so we. I guess as we go through this, we don't lose her or doesn't fall off.
Here, I'll just push her into my fur. It's fine. She's really small. Well, we're here now, so might as well see if that thing's useful.
So, just remind me again that this thing is touched by Umbra, is what, like it has some potential taint, is what we're
seeing? Specifically Umbra power before the cataclysm that struck the world. Okay,
I'm really wary about the Umbra tainting anyone or getting touched by it, right? Mainly because my past experience, I've seen my cousin, behave pretty oddly, and after he was exposed, with Echo going down and this, I'm more wary about touching any of this stuff any further. But I know what else do we see around here that could still be valuable towards like maybe what the roots are looking for? What else stands out besides the fountain I can't look in? And this tainted statues.
If you're down with this, this might be a good time to spotlight Ileana as they look for something, and she's already investigating it. If that sounds good. Does it sound good, Chris?
It's up to Ileana.
So with her, the sorcerer, she can sense magic. You can sense the presence of magical people and objects within close range. So I was gonna say, if he reaches out and touches it, it'll be like, wait, is this room magical? Is there magic in here?
Yeah. So I would say then you coming in here, the room seems laced in enchantments of the protective nature. Around the central urn. And you can
Wait.
we ask a
Nothing
question.
around this. Nothing around the sword. Where they're all gathered.
The sword
right
seems to be a part of the enchantment.
Okay.
I would say. But it seems like the urn, and you are fairly sure what's inside it, seems to be the focus of what this was laid to do.
Inside the urn that I was about to look into, but Echo told me not to.
Yeah.
That one. All right. So I don't know. Eliana's here. I'm talking to Grim, right?
Right, so then I think
And
we
then-
pan over, and what's and Iliad is there doing, you can just kind of come into the scene if that sounds good, Chris.
Yeah. Just, wait. Don't touch that. Let me. I've seen you all before, but I've been following. But there's magic, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing yet. If it's okay if I come in, I'd like to be able to help.
I'm shocked.
Eliana.
She's even made it out here, and she just appeared out of nowhere. But I recognize her from the town, and I'm like, "What are you doing here?"
Well, I was kind of listening when everything happened, saving the kids, and I heard you had your quest, and I was curious because I just want to be able to help. I left my parents to come out and do, I think, exactly what you're doing, is trying to help our town, the area, try to recover from this. And there was just a weird itch in the back of my head, and I can't ignore that. I just want to be able to be a part of this thing so we can get back to the light.
This is dangerous, but if you can make it out this far, I mean, it's probably more dangerous to go on your own. You might as well stick with us.
If you're keen to that, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Grim, what do you think?
He takes 2 steps back. Yeah, you have strange powers. Maybe you could help. Would you
I would-
get here so quick? You took us through those hands. We could have passed. That had to be. Yeah, it was us.
Yourself.
Maybe.
I was just following from a cautious distance. Just trying to make sure that I wasn't intruding, but at the same time that if you guys got into too far, I'd be able to help you.
What was too far? We got attacked by many hands. They almost touched this magical stuff. Like, what was too far for you? Oh,
I wasn't exactly behind you closely. I followed the entrails.
okay, that makes sense.
I followed
you-
your path of destruction.
And you made it unscathed all the way over here. That's incredible. I got to give you credit for that, right? I'm shocked to see you here, but you got to understand what we're trying to do. Investigating what's happening out here is very dangerous. You could die. Are you okay with that? Do you want to go back to the town, or do you want to continue?
Oh, I'm absolutely ready for adventure.
Okay. I look at Grandma and go, I don't know if she understands how much danger this is, but
My silver hair's turning gray, and I'm only young.
yeah, you're a true silverback now.
Sure, I guess. Maybe some of your experience is leaning off on me.
And, oh, right. But just keep an eye on her, and get ready to jump in front of her if anything happens, because she might. Let's make sure she doesn't get hurt.
I'll be okay. I'll watch out for you too.
Yeah,
Oh,
more like
I
she
know,
makes sure
appreciate
we
it.
don't get hurt.
That's yeah, definitely. Just want to make sure we're all aware of each other. All right. Well, so we need to go because I realize there's some sense of urgency. Sorry, Matt, I keep breaking this, but there's some urgency, right? We're trying to before the roots find whatever they're looking for.
Yeah, and that's totally fine, Marcella, because you told us you're new to this, so you're getting your bearings, and that's totally cool. Don't feel bad, because I know this is how we start to figure it out. Yeah, so you get something is important in this room. Possibly the roots are searching for it, which could be a clue. You came here to kind of unravel, so there is some urgency, but there could be something important. So these are the conundrums that you were dealing with.
So
Grim,
what?
need you- Oh,
So now that I'm here, what is it exactly that you're looking for in here? Because I feel this urn seems to be the center of this all. The magic is radiating from the urn. There's some on the sword, but it's really this urn here. Is this something you need to take back, or what is?
well, so we're trying to find. So it seemed like Echoes was telling us that she had gone over, gotten close to what the roots were doing, and discerned that they were looking for something. So in here, I originally was going to go look in that urn, but she had warned me that she'd seen something very similar where she's from, and that she had some bad negative psychological effects after she looked in it. I don't know. Are you saying there's bad energy in there, or there's something important inside of it?
Well, from what I sense, she's moving her hands around and just kind of feeling stuff, not actually touching, but sensing the vibes. And it feels like it's protection magic. So there's maybe a ward or something was cast to make sure it doesn't get disturbed. But it doesn't mean we can't try to turn it, dispel it. And if this is what you need to complete your quest, we can figure out a way around it. But I think just touching, that's what alarmed me, is just reaching for and grabbing it may cause something that we don't want to happen.
If you can do anything to help us disarm whatever might be protecting it, is that something within your skill set? Or maybe you could try.
I can certainly try.
Yeah.
I don't know with how the magic is working here, if that would be just under her manipulate magic kind of thing, or
what's your
Maybe you can
manipulate
see.
magic thing?
well, that's so under the sorcerer, the primal origin, manipulate magic. Your primal origin allows you to modify the essence of magic itself after you cast a spell or make an attack using a weapon that deals magic damage. You can mark a stress to do one of the following. It can extend a spell, gain a +2 bonus, double a damage die, hit an additional target within range. I don't know how that falls into it. I have Unleash Chaos and Rune Ward. Rune Ward's for Crystal, and that you can spend a hope and reduce incoming damage by 1d8, and that's either me or someone else who's holding it. If I roll an 8, it gets discharged. And then Unleash Chaos is basically a...
Okay. So I think then I would probably just say, so if your idea here is to try to interact with this place, I would say roll your spellcasting ability as a check, as if you're gonna saying, okay, let me try to manipulate, put your hands on, and then show us what this looks like. Tell us what it looks like, what's the visual, and then let's make the roll.
Okay. So, and then I don't know if the lore born part, about well read. You have an advantage on rolls that involve history, culture, politics of a prominent person or place, if that kind of helps. But I was going to try and see if there's anything, because you said there's runes, and is there anything on this urn? Do I see any sigils, anything that...
Okay, so this is more trying to analyze and decipher what's going on. So
Yeah, I want to figure out
go
what
ahead
kind
and
of
do your
magic
knowledge
it
with
is.
advantage. That sounds good.
Okay. That's D6 is the advantage?
hmm
Okay. So I've got 17, but with fear.
Okay. You got it. So you look at it. This room the enchantments here are all about oaths, and the runes here seem to be in different handwritings as various people, looks like maybe 20 or so, had sworn an oath to protect what they call the hope of the coming darkness. And these are written over many of like the upright coffins and sarcophagus around, and especially over the one figure there. And then names are inscribed upon the urn that you assume are those who dedicated this, along with deep necromantic and dark magic, which seems is what caused this pre-umbra, this umbra-like magic that you're fairly sure would call these to being. And with fear, what do you accidentally touch?
So I get the impression that these names, like the stuff's going to come out the walls kind of thing. Okay, so in her scanning of the room, she's so into what's going on with the wall and the writings, and she kind of trips a little bit and brushes up against just one of the skeletons on the wall, and she doesn't notice it. She's just reading, and as she's looking, so these are all of these people. I'm assuming it's the people that are in here. They've written oaths to the what was that? The hope of the coming darkness. So definitely not good people here, and so this is all definitely connected, and maybe I can fix this. But so while she's talking, she totally missed the fact that she brushed up against one of these skeletons. And
Oh, I love that.
speaking.
Yeah, you're still getting. We see you brush
Just like,
up against
Oops.
it. Yeah, oops, as you
Keeps on
look,
going.
and then and that's when you begin to read the clear part of the oath. We guard until new guardians will come from the dark. And I think we let that kind of leaves your lips as you brush against the skeleton, and we see the camera pan as the skeleton's head then moves and follows you. And the rest of you watch as it kind of hits the ground, raises. It goes to raise this rusted sword that kind of crumbles from the time it's been here, and instead you see like the fingers have worn to like claw-like appendages as it now stands behind Eliana, and you begin to hear the movement of other ones on the wall, and especially the creaking of metal from the armored one at the center. And with that, we're going to end. We're going to go into a little bit of a scene here. So, here we go.
Where is he going to be? Right here?
Good lord.
And
Oh
then
my god.
give me 4 minor skeletons, one directly behind Eliana.
That's the new character's name, so I know it.
Yes.
Thank you. What?
And where that blue thing is, that's the urn in the center.
Oh, he's my little base. Boy.
The big circle is the urn?
Yeah.
That's wow. That's a giant urn.
You
Wait,
specified
cow.
size, so I made it big.
Wow. That's awesome.
All right. For reference, we do have an overhead shot whenever you'd like it. There. But usually we default to this, but you can call for whatever you'd like.
Works. Like this.
And
I
so,
just- No, go ahead. I was gonna say I just noticed that for Infernus, when you roll with fear, you can mark 2 stress to change it to a roll with hope instead.
oops.
That's right. I gotta get used to all these things, all these cards with all these different things.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey,
Oh,
it's
man.
all good. Okay, so as we get into this review of our combat, it's a spotlight system, so you take it as you'd like. And while we're generally trying to be polite to make sure that people don't get overrun, so they can all get a turn, the combat system in this game is designed for potentially certain classes to be able to do things like twice in a situation. Right. So, and especially that stuff in which you're saving somebody or you're keeping something really bad from happening. So don't feel like it's okay to say, hey, can I go? I think I have something that'll definitely make this a lot better immediately for us. But then someone who hasn't gone yet might go, you know what? I think I do too. Can I go instead? You go, oh, yeah, sure. So it could be a little bit of a conversation. With 3 is probably not a big deal, but it's just to kind of, remind the whole thing. I want to remind you of the tag team mechanic because it's not on the character sheets too much. So it gets forgotten, and I think it's a very important mechanic. Once per session, you can call a tag team. You spend 3 hope, and you and another character do moves at the same time. It could be attacks or whatever. You both roll, and you take whichever roll is better. And that counts for both attacks. And because there's the biggest thing there is it eliminates the possibility of me grabbing the spotlight between 2 attacks. It's really powerful in this game. It's I cannot stress that enough. Not that you want to have to use it at this one. I always like to review as we're learning to play. Because I think people underestimate it. So,
And is it 3? Both people spend 3 hope, or
one person spends 3 hope
okay?
and gets another person. Therefore, each of you can initiate 1 tag team per session.
Okay.
But
All right.
someone can be involved as many tag teams as they want. They just can only initiate 1.
I have hope to spend, Grim, so just keep it.
So, with all of that scene, I'm actually, let's see here. You know what? I think that's creepy enough. I'll give the spotlight to y'all. So spotlight goes to the party.
I mean, like when you guys go first, because she's still kind of oblivious, going, "Wow, this is really cool." She doesn't know there's a skeleton growing behind her.
So the thing that's moving is the giant thing in front of us, right? Not the skeletons behind us.
So
Not
one
the-
skeleton has moved behind Eliana, but then you've heard a bunch of things moving, including the big thing.
Oh crap!
And I like Eliana is totally in her own like, this is so cool world.
So you guys would see all the movement first, so I'll let you guys go first, and then I'm gonna just do a gut reaction. Oh my goodness!
You just feel a hand grab you and yank you back away from danger, right? Like I grab you and just toss you back and get in front of you, and get
my.
between you and whatever is happening. And I even say, watch out, right? And then maybe that calls your awareness to what's happening.
Oh my! Did I do that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, but these guys started coming. Is the big thing moving? The big one? Are they all moving? They're all moving.
Yeah, everything I have on the board has made some type of movement. So
I think I will go. I mean, I guess Graham, do you have a reaction you want to do, or you like fighting big things? So.
We could tag team if you want to try it.
Yeah. Let's go after the biggest threat that's right in front of us. We're all with
Doomsday device.
Okay. I'll mark 3 hope. Or use 3 hope. Do I have to do an attack roll or anything?
Yeah, then we both make an attack roll.
Okay.
yeah, I do. So I'm totally down with the attack roll. And again, I'm only saying this because I want to make sure I give all options because we're learning to play. Is everything in here? There's always multiple solutions, and it's how, and also solutions that maybe I haven't thought of that you all start to go for. So I just want to always leave that open to that. But you two are fighters, so it's totally cool.
Yeah. You don't have a lot.
Again, because we're in this learn to play, I'm inserting way more than I normally would in a game.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to spend my 1 hope to add. Just bring it to this roll. Ooh, I got 13 with hope. What'd you get, Corey?
I haven't rolled yet. Let's see. I've got 18 with fear.
Well, we could use yours or we could use mine. I don't know if the 13 will do it, though.
Oh, so we get a choice between the two? It's
You
Yes.
do get a choice.
Oh.
So does a 13 with hope or an 18 with fear? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys choose which one you want to use.
18 would get us probably the hit. But
Yeah,
I'll
but,
give him fear.
It's a big thing. It probably can't be very evasive, right? 13 should do it.
You okay? You want to try it?
I don't know. You decide.
Do it. Do it.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
we'll go with 13 with hope.
13 with hope hits. Mark a hope, both of you.
We both get hope.
All right.
And now we roll a damage.
So
This is
I
the
get a
guy,
lot of
right?
hope because every time I roll a fear, I also get a hope for it. So I generate a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So it hits. Now we attack. We roll our attacks.
No,
Yep.
those were your attacks. You roll your damage.
Oh, damage. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Damage.
Getting terms down. This is part of a new campaign. It's all good.
9 damage.
2, 4,
Stop using the
20.
system.
22 damage from Grim as he jumps off Corey and just goes into this elbows straight to the big guy's head, just multiply.
Okay. How do you want to do this? This will take them out. You two just teaming up.
Corey, you initiated it. What do we do first?
As I said, tag teams are killer.
I think I sweep its legs and you do that power drive.
Yep. And I come down with just big old elbows straight to its head until it's pulverized into dust.
Okay. So, yeah, I think Grim, you're over it with your 2 fists as this ghostly voice comes out. As the last bit of magic in this thing thrusts the sword straight towards your chest. Grim, that is a dirty 20.
I thought he was
Yeah, that hits.
dead.
It is. If we want to go into mechanics, it has a reaction, dig to graves, that it gets to do when it's defeated.
What?
Which is this attack. Adversary mechanics here are amazing, I have to say. So you're gonna come with a lot of the stuff. Very cool. So that hits for 9 physical damage. And the strikes in the surprise. I want you to kind of give the description of what goes through your character here and how this hits, because the other result of this mechanically is that you lose 4 hope.
I lose the one hope I get. God, okay. So I think first off, it strikes into Grim, and like he doesn't even realize it because it doesn't even do damage to him. But now he feels this dark energy like seeping out of him or into him one of the ways, as this weapon is kind of in him and he hasn't even noticed. And that's what's kind of draining the hope from him.
Okay.
Is there's this like it's literally stuck in the middle of his like calf. It's in the back of it, and he doesn't even realize it. And it's either like slowly the Umbra's getting into him because there's an open wound.
Oh, so this magic seeping in the Umbra that animated it now, kind of turning it black, and you're feeling this as kind of stumble back. I love it. All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead and spend. Oops, wrong direction. 2 fear. With that, and again, I won't always be doing these mechanics, but just I think it helps for future gameplay. The skeletons here are going to rush. Art department, they're rushing to the closest living creature near them, and they will all attack.
Hiya! Hiya! Hiya!
So, that 2 on Eliana?
Yep.
All
What
right.
on everybody else?
Okay, so Eliana, that is a 13.
I super glued my fingers together.
Yes. That's against my evasion, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have an 11.
Okay, awesome. So they both strike into your back, dealing 1 physical each. So that's 2 instances of 1 physical. I'm sorry, it's combined. So it's 2 damage coming to you.
Okay, so that classifies as minor damage. So that would be 1 hit point, or I could use armor to reduce that.
Yep. So if you use armor, you describe how the armor takes the blow instead.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the armor slot. And so in her surprise, seeing all the skeletons and watching the 2 mighty simians beat down the other large skeleton, she just kind of turns, and as she's turning, the blades coming in just kind of skim off the sides of her. She's like, whoa, and kind of spins and kind of maneuvers around through it. So it scratches,
Gotcha.
it's taking on the Gambison, but she just happened to be just lucky enough to turn at the right time.
I like that. You turn as it just kind of slices the cloak around. Just missing from actually drawing blood. And then so that's actually a 13 coming at Corey, a 13 coming at Grim as well.
Yeah, that hits.
And Grim?
Yup, it hits.
All right, so that's 1 damage to each of you. So that would be 1 HP, but you can describe as these blades come towards you what you do. So this
I
is
think
either
I'm
marking or-
caught off guard. I'm looking over at Grim, and I'm worried about this weapon sticking out of his calf, and and I get caught off guard by maybe a slash to the to my back. It doesn't pierce my armor. It just glances off, but it does damage my Gambesson armor. Yeah, and then I turn around to face that danger.
Very cool. Grim?
For Grim, again, this thing just comes out of his back and just drags its claws into him. But he is so beefy that he just like flexes a little bit, and its claws just like pop out, and then the skeleton looks at its hands and goes, "Huh?" And Grim just turns around and goes, "Did you just poke me?" As he takes no damage,
Love
but
it.
his fur is a little messed up on the back.
Very cool. In that case, as it goes, then Eliana, I think you're free to take the spotlight.
I'm going to use my glowing rings and attack the closest skeleton to me.
Got it.
All right, so 13 with hope.
13 with hope hits.
Okay, so it's 10 plus 1 for 7 points.
7. Very good.
Magical, 7 magical damage.
Perfect. And then what is your range on that, please?
It is very close.
Okay, perfect. So, how do you want to do this? This blast that you use with your rings will destroy both of them.
Oh wow! So, as I spun around and nearly missed I got those blades. Like, oh my goodness! And just she kind of spreads her hands out and casts this magic blast. Be gone, beasts! And the wave of energy goes out, strikes them both in the chest, and they explode into little bony bits.
Nice. Perfect. And so, was that with hope or fear?
Those with hope.
Perfect. Okay. And the spotlight's on the hope party. Everyone's gone once. So, what do we want to do next?
Corey, if you want to go, or not Corey, Grim, if you want to take the lead,
Two
or
and
I
Eliana are gone.
Two.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Grim turns around and just straight up face palms the skeleton in front of him right into the ground. So that's a critical success.
Yay!
That adds a hope, clears a stress.
Correct.
Thank God, because I was getting stressed. And that's going to be max, so 18 damage at the start.
Yeah.
Plus
X plus a roll.
9, so that's 27 damage.
Lord.
How do your fists smash both of them?
Oh, literally, Grim just grabs both their heads and just pushes them right into the dirt, like literally all the way down and buries them underneath.
Why did I make a map for this? Jesus. Brutal.
Does
Okay.
he yell out Grim Smash?
Grim smash! Grim. Oh.
That's craziness. Dang, dude.
So with that, as I, what was that roll with? Was that with hope?
That was critical
Success.
yeah.
That was crit. Sorry. Apologize. And you do that, and the force of it kind of echoes, and that's when you see 8 more from the walls detached.
Good Lord.
And they are going to charge. In this case, they all surround Grim. So 8 skeletons around Grim.
8 around Grim?
Yeah,
Let me
They-
grab my box.
and they get an attack.
He's a 4+. You didn't say more than 10. That means I gotta grab my box. He's skeleton.
Grim, that's 9.
Did you spend fear to take that action?
8 around
I did.
Grim.
Oh, man.
8,
Nice.
Did you spend 8 fear?
correct?
Did you spend 8 fear?
4 fear.
Oh,
I get 2 per fear.
2,
uh,
3,
good Lord.
4, 5. I'm gonna have to move you guys back a little bit. 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now I know I made the map. Okay.
All right. So I think that misses Grim, right?
Yep, 9 misses. He just literally pushes the character aside and goes, no.
So you just hold up your fist against the 8 blades, or 8 claws.
Nope.
Like, no. All right. Who would like to go next?
I would. So I'll attack. It looks like 3 are within range for me. So I'll just attack them. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I'll just do this. Hope. Okay, that's 15 with fear.
Okay. That does hit.
Okay. And now roll my damage. That's a d20. 6. Okay. 12.
12. Very good. All right, that's going to smash all 3 in front of you. How do you do that?
Yeah, just taking my hammer and swinging right through them, right through their legs, and just watching them all kind of just puff out in the dust and scattering bones in one direction to my left.
Nice.
And I clear a spot away to Grim.
Love it. So with that fear, so because you rolled with fear, I get an activation. As part of that activation with these particular enemies, I get to spend a fear, and that actually activates all of them to move and do an attack. And in this case, so that's the mechanics. But now we're going to kind of go into the... So as you smash these 3, the other 5 suddenly turn in like that sudden unnatural start, heads towards you, and leap towards Corey, all trying to slash at once. And this attack is a crit.
What? Okay, what's that mean for me? No chance to evade, huh?
It means I'm going to mark a stress and step in front and take the hit.
Oh, thank you.
All right. How do you step in front? What does this look like?
So I literally pick Corey up and put him onto my shoulders and go, not my buddy. And
Okay.
just like accept the blows.
10 damage.
Oh, I'm going to take my last armor slot. Let's mark this and see. Damage. Use armor. Yeah, and I'll take 1 HP.
Okay, so many of the claws kind of break upon your skin, and some finally start to get these scratches. A little blood is drawn.
Yeah, a little bit of blood's finally showing. And Grim looks very angry. How dare you mark my beautiful skin?
Do we get an action, or is this?
So I'm going to pass the spotlight, but probably to Eliana.
Yeah, I was just wondering, as I see the cluster of skeletons coming down and Grim's jumping in front of Corey, I'd like to use Unleash Chaos and blast them all in the air if I can.
Yeah.
We're going hardcore now. So let's see. So I need to roll spellcast roll. Okay. 15. So I get to add the instinct. So yeah, 15 with hope.
That's a hit.
Okay. So
Give me your hope.
take my token away for that. Marcus Fisher replenish the card. No. Okay. So on the manipulate magic, I can mark a stress to I'm going to double the damage die of my choice. So marking a stress. All right. So that's just roll 2d10 then, or is that how that works?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So wow, 17 points.
Nice.
And I do-
that's- Oh, yep.
Can I use manipulate magic more than once?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, as long as you
I
have
mean,
the
as long as I have the stress.
yeah, as long as you have the resources.
So I want to use an additional stress to use the hit an additional target within the range.
Sounds good. Yeah, I would say probably just not doubling up on effects as long as it's a different effect. We'll add that little caveat in. So
Yeah, that's fine. So I just huge burst of energy into that group, just trying to take out as many as I can as they're raining death down upon Grim, who's standing in front of Corey.
Very cool. And what did you say that manipulate did?
So it does. I can use a point of stress to double the damage, which I did.
Right.
So it got me to 17, and then I use a point to hit an additional target within the range. So I went for a super big effect, and so it kind of added all up.
Gotcha. All right. In that case, all of them are gone. How do you want to do this?
But she sees him just kind of come out of the wall, and she's like, "No!" As Grim gets in front of Corey, and they're raining down. Her blast of magic goes out. This bright light shatters through all the bits and pieces, and that's what kind of hits Grim. And as he takes that damage coming in, the leftovers of them falling, that hits the bits and pieces, and wow, that was cool.
Nice. They all fall to the ground now.
Holy crap.
As that occurs,
Oh, you know,
there is this moment of quiet as Eliana, you're the first to hear the strain of the magical energies here. And then all of you see these gray tendrils of power, this Preumbra, begin to show themselves as almost like taut ropes that tie all the magic here together. And as you have destroyed what they're tied to, it's as if they suddenly become loose and drop from being wrapped around the urn. And then in this like gray fire, burn away. The protective enchantment released. I'm gonna
Would
spend
Eliana be
a
the
spend
only
a
one who knows?
Eliana just kind of saw it first, and then it started to become visible. So I imagine she might have been the first to kind of go, "What?" And then you all begin to see it.
Okay.
And I'm going to mark another fear as you hear now very close the roots cracking through walls as though their pace has suddenly quickened.
And so we could see something happen around the urn. It looks like it's no longer protected. All of us, not just the sensitive to magic characters.
Correct. You all saw what I described.
Okay.
yeah, the protective words are gone. I guess, and it feels safe. We could open this thing up and take what we got and go.
Let's do it. Reach over there and just rip over whatever's covering it or around there and just go look inside.
Absolutely. So you again come in. The urn is large, so you kind of have to get up there. I think Grim might even have to slightly boost you.
Here you go.
You look in, and it is filled with what at first looks like ash, but it's just like gray dirt. Like all the nutrients have been drained out, and it's hard. And resting on top of it looks like a seed. one seed, no larger than a thumbnail, gnarled and split, almost like old bone, some dry veins across its husk, as if it once drank deeply, but no more.
All I see in here is a bunch. It's like this fresh dirt and like a dried up seed. If this was important to protect, I might as well just take it with us. I'm going to use my.
Grab the seed.
I've got my nomadic pack where I can reach in and grab something out of my inventory that's useful, and I'll spend one hope for it. And I'll bring out like a container that could fit everything that's in the urn inside of it, and put it in my pack.
Okay, so it would be able to get this with some of the dirt that it came in. So you
Yeah.
kind of, because it's large urns, but it's like kind of get it
Yeah.
up, and as you do, kind of being careful to
Scoop it
keep the seed on top. I think in just a brief moment you touch it, there's this dunk that you feel like it, almost like a pulse from the seed. Weak.
I just felt something really weird from this. It felt. I thought I felt a heartbeat. You know, Liana, before I put this away, you want to look at it and maybe discern if there's something particularly useful you recognize what this is.
Yeah. So I'm checking out his collection of goodies that he brought down.
All right, give me a knowledge roll, please.
Let's see. Do I get to use the advantage of for the Lordborn or no?
I don't think with this one, no.
Cool, fair enough. A critical 6.
All right. So you take it, staring at it. The veins, the deep veins of it, strike you. And you kind of think back as you stare more at it. You've, as small as they are, as you hold this so close, it's so tiny. And you feel the faint pulse. You've only seen veins like this one time. And that is when you witnessed someone lighting a pyre with a blessed branch. And so
What do you?
I would also say you can either do this like in character, you can describe what's going through her mind of the scene. Like, what is the scene? When is this time? You could also narrate that into the other characters if you'd like.
Yeah. So she looks at the seed in this container. She cocks her head a little bit. And I vaguely remember Mom had mentioned this story. She's keen to plant life. And it was there was a lighting of a pyre and a similar seed. This sounds like this seed was used to help light that pyre using a blessed branch. It kind of was the spark the thing that started the whole, the critical part of getting that branch in there, and the motions and the ritual, and it started one of the powers that we used for safety. So this is very. She gently hands it back to Corey. This is really important stuff. I'll let you carry it.
I treat it with absolute amount of like deference and care. If this could be the thing I've been searching for 15 years and could help me in my with my community. I just wow, I'm just in awe of like what we just potentially found, and I carefully wrap it, encase it back, and then I put it into my bag.
Yeah. Carefully wrapping this damaged ancient thing in its current form. Not quite what you need, but the closest you've come in so many years. You've put it in.
Graham gets really low to the ground and starts listening for the roots.
Give me an instinct.
That's another critical success.
Nice.
23, baby.
Big drive.
Okay.
I need some of that.
You listen. And you can hear the roots moving beneath you, echoing straight up. And they've already passed. You realize as you're focusing your senses that they are rising up the walls outside. You think they're trying to encapsulate this entire room, moving quickly with intent that you did not see before. They have sensed something, and they want it. There's only probably a few moments before the room is encapsulated from the outside. Okay, you don't see it, you just hear them moving. What do you want to do?
I love you guys are bonding over that magic nut, but this is about to become our tomb, and Grim don't want to die in a tomb. So I say we skedaddle.
Yeah. I'm
Wow.
with you. I start moving towards the exit, grabbing Eliana and scooting her over.
As he was listening, I wanted to check one more time that the special sword, is it still magical? Is it still?
You do think there's something up with it. You just at this moment you don't have the time to fully understand
Right.
what.
No, it's cool. I'm gonna grab it, hand that off to one of you guys. Here, use this, and then let's go. We can't leave this behind.
You're like, important.
I know,
Got
right?
it, throw it in my pack.
And she sees him. We did the seed thing in awe, but she sees Grim, and she's like, I can't leave this. Grabbing the sword, just let's go.
Okay. So doing one more thing, I need an agility roll to see if you can do this quick enough.
Your agility. 0.
Me or
Yes, Eliana.
Okay. A 19 with hope.
A 19 with hope.
19 with hope.
All right. Quickly you all move. So you look, you can see the way that you came. Now the roots have risen up, not making a wall that would be impossible to break through, but would take some effort. And certainly the roots would know what you're doing. But then there's another pathway from here that goes deeper into whatever this place was. What would you like to do?
Get out. Let's go.
Get
Let's
us
go.
out
Let's
of
go.
here if we want to bust through that. I have faith in me.
We haven't even figured out what we came here to figure out, right? Which is why this tree is moving closer to the town. I'm
No.
torn, right? I'm torn between the mission that I agreed to, but I
You
have
go
this like
deeper?
potential, and I'm I I also want to make sure we get this kid back to the town who didn't quite sign up for this, but did did also. I don't know.
So make a choice, Corey. We go deeper or we go through.
It's Eliana, you want to lead? Grim, I'm torn. I want to go and figure out what we are here to do. I'm holding the seed, but I still have my hope in hearing what the town elder promised. If we can figure out what's causing this.
Well, I think we can do both. I think we need to get out of this room before we're trapped in here, but I think
Yeah.
we could still figure out, is there another path? Did we see? What did we see? Is there an exit out of this room, or I thought there was just a one way in and that was it?
Right. She came out, and you are correct. It seems that after this, another way has opened up deeper. So you had come in, and it was just this one room, and now it looks like this wall has moved, and there is a way that way, or you can try to go back and break through the wall of roots. That's the two options that you see.
Well, hey, we're already here. Let's go deeper.
Positive.
We got this.
Grim, are you
It's the
okay
light.
with this?
I'm here to protect you both.
All right, then let's go. Let's make this quick. Figure out
We all
all we
got
have
it.
to do is
We all
figure
got
out
each
what's
other.
happening here, and then we can get out of here. We don't need to like fight whatever we see. We just need to figure out what's happening and get back to the town and make sure they understand what's happening.
Well, we're gonna have to keep fighting that root. It's gonna. I think it.
Is
wants
that
to do
root?
that.
Oh,
Okay, so it sounds like you're taking the path where the roots aren't.
yeah.
Okay, so that's the big one. So
Okay.
run quickly here. As you begin to move, Grim, you had been, I think, now are very more aware of these roots, feeling that the randomness, the kind of blind search has now turned to more of a chase here. And you get the sense that speed is more of the essence to get away from these things that are moving beneath the ground and through the walls. So with this, we're going to do what essentially is a group check here. And again, I'm breaking in order to go to some mechanics, and we'll stop doing this eventually. But what a group check here is in Daggerheart is one person decides they're going to lead the check and how they're going to lead it. Like, this is what we're trying to do as I'm going forward. So it could be I'm helping us all run the fastest we can to try to get out of here the quick, or whatever that would be. And then that's the lead. We don't roll right away, but then the other two members do a reaction roll, and they describe what they're doing to assist. It doesn't have to be the same ability. It can be something else, as long as it makes narrative sense. And then if they get a success on that, we add modifiers to the role of the person leading.
I think I'll lead because this is kind of my idea. We need to get there, go quickly, but yeah, I start heading that way. So I roll an agility.
So you don't roll yet if you're leading.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you're like, come on, let's go. And then the other two now tell me how they're contributing to it.
So I'll take the center. Grim's got his eyes on the roots, so we'll let him kind of follow. Take up I'll take the center, and I'm just kind of I don't know, with the glowing rings lighting the way, maybe just to kind of make that I don't know if I can do that, kind of like a cast light, so we can kind of see our way a little bit better. That kind of helps him to get down this passage, if that's
Yeah, I'll totally take that.
Kind of
You're essentially attempting to manipulate your magic in such a way so as to give the best light source. You're just going around
just to give a
corners,
little
making
light.
Yeah. I like that. Go ahead and give me your spellcasting ability, please, for this check.
Okay, so that's a 20 with hope.
Very good. Then what are you doing, Grim?
Since Grim is behind, watching for these routes, he is trying to obstruct them in any way by placing things, causing little small cave-ins to see if, like, rocks he could even knock down from the ceiling. Just trying to move anything that they pass by to, like, in behind us, and just somehow block or slow down the travel.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength as you're trying to pull these things down.
Right. Is going to be a 22, and these don't generate hope or fear, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's a 22.
Correct. So if you had hope, you don't, reactions don't deal in hope or fear. All right. So that's a +2 to this agility roll, Corey.
Great. Here we go. Agility's hope and fear, and then +2.
Yep.
And I've got a 1 agility, so that'd be +3.
Yep.
Crit.
Woo!
2 1s. I was worried.
Double
2
ones are good things in Daggerheart.
Oh, okay, crit.
I love it. This is hilarious. So with that, so you go ahead and mark a hope and relieve a stress because you crit. So
Okay.
you now look out, taking everybody with you, running the light guiding your way, and the roots being now confused and impeded by the large pieces of rock and stone and wall that are being thrown, and there's more soil, dark umber soil, that you start to find on your path as you are moving. And finally, you break through to the dim gray sky. And you can see where the shifting has. So what you see is where it looks like a severed bit of a large tree has come through the ceiling here, almost causing a mini avalanche, but also opening up about a 4-foot hole that you can climb out and get to the surface.
Oh, so we went deeper in, but we found inadvertently a path out as well.
Yeah, she went down, and where it looks like something had come in, wherever this lead seems to be blocked off from, if you remember, trees were being thrown around a few sessions ago.
Yeah. Is there do we hear any of the chanting or the red glowing light? Do I see that?
From here, that is so you haven't picked it up again since you came into these other parts of the ruins.
I think I just weigh my options and I guess go head up, guys. Come on, I can't find that thing that I was hearing before. I can't hear the chanting. No red light. This might be our chance to get out. Let's we'll head out this way and see if maybe we pick up any more information.
Okay. Sounds like a plan from everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. Climb up. It's hard, but not overly difficult as you can grab each other, kind of having to squeeze through this foul-smelling dirt and mud, kind of getting all over you, pushing yourselves out. You end up having to get up almost on this mound that has been formed from all the upheaval and the movement of the earth away. As you had seen, the ground has been exposed and dug deep here. And so you're actually getting up on like the side mound that has been made. You can see the looming slumber bough above. Massive tree. And as you're on this mound and you look down, you can see the path that has been carved by the roots, the ways that has excavated the area, and that red glow. And the chanting kind of hits the air again. You are above looking down.
Into the cavern, back into the underground area.
Yeah, essentially.
Now we can hear it.
Yeah, as you're now up in the open air and looking down the excavated area, you think maybe 200, 300 feet down as you've run for a good like 20, 25 minutes, running up, getting up here, moving, and it seems like whatever it was able to find you might not be able to sense you from where you are. How long that'll last, you don't know. You don't know what radius the roots have. You can see them slowly expanding once more. But now you have this view and a bit possibly an advantage depending on what you want to do.
I reach down and help other party members up into this, get through this last part, get them to safety. And I point down and highlight like the red glowing light and the chant. And we can hear the chanting from here. But it's 300 feet or so, about a football field length away.
Yeah, like pretty significant distance. So basically out of range is the
Out of range. Yeah.
is the is the text here.
I guess you guys see what I'm seeing and hear what I'm hearing. I feel much safer up here. We can. I wanted to investigate this. Is there anything I can do to see? Do I see anything? I mean, it's only 300 feet.
I think right now you probably want to check in with your party for a second.
Yeah.
Can I get a recap on the red glow and the chanting?
Of course. So
the Cliff Notes version.
yeah. Bottom line, when so the tree is the problem. That was what they first thought. The tree threw a bunch of corpses into the woods. The corpses began to animate and attack the village. That is what brought them out here. When they got to the tree, they saw that it excavated like a burial site and that it was doing so. And they chose, as opposed to trying to look at the tree, they wanted to look at the burial site. So they went into that. When they got in, they began hearing this strange magical chant and saw this red glow way at the end. And then instead, as opposed to going right to it, they saw that there was an unearthed open corridor that they said, let's explore that because the roots haven't gotten to that yet. And maybe we can find whatever the roots are looking for. And that's what led us to basically what we just played through.
And the red glow is related to the tree that came up with the tree and the chanting with the tree, or are those still separate things?
They believe it has to do with the roots. Definitely manipulates the roots, therefore probably the manipulation of the tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we see a direction where this glow and the chantings come from? Can we look off into the distance and go, oh yeah, chanting's over there?
Yeah, so you can see when the chanting and the glow are the same point of origin.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, I think, gentlemen, we should plan out our path to go investigate the glow. We can do. We got our advantage point up here. Let's figure out a good direction to get. I think if we go over by that tree over there, it'll give us some cover. But let's see what that is.
And our options, just so I'm clear, our options are investigate that, go back to the village, or look at the tree, right? But we know for sure, or I have a belief that the glowing might be the chanting and all that might be animating this tree or giving it some sort of there's a connection there. So yeah, I agree with Eliana. We just let's go. Let's find the best way to get advantage on this and investigate it further. What do you think, Grim?
I say let's be careful if we do. I'm feeling pretty tired and hurt, but let's move forward.
Good point. You said we're in a safe area? Safe-ish?
You don't think the roots know where you are right now?
Maybe we should take a pause and rest a little. I know some of us been through a little more scathed.
The word safe does not apply in Age of Umbra, so that's why I'm always like, nothing is currently chasing you that you know of.
I'm okay with taking a rest if we need to take a small break and
Yeah, I'm good.
Grim.
I'll help tend to wounds on Grim, and if I can aid in that.
Okay, so keep in mind, if you want to take a short rest, we totally can do that. And there is the keep watch option in Age of Umbra, because whenever you rest, I roll a die that might give you an unfavorable result. But if you watch, you get to roll a die for every keep watch option taken. There's an extra die that gets to be rolled that way you can try to get a better result.
I'll take a watch.
It's just
and
one of your
tend
downside
towards-
moves.
Yeah. So I'll take a watch and tend to Grim's wounds.
Nice. All right. What's it look like for Eliana to do this?
Well, she's gonna get the dressing going for him, but she's just kind of keeping attuned, both watching as stuff that's going on, but also kind of stretching out and just kind of feeling the pulse with her magic as kind of a fingery kind of thing. So she's wrapping them up and just kind of scanning every once in a while, and just kind of keeping the feel of the area as she's doing it, binding and sewing and such.
Very nice.
So roll 1d4 plus my tier, which is just 1, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's a 4. So 5 points.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah. I didn't mean to start all the trouble in there, Graham. I hope you know that. It was
I'm
really
getting-
unintentional.
I'm getting a good idea on that. And then Grim just kind of centers himself. I think he puts his big old arms and brings everybody in and kind of just like puts up a block, even though we feel protected, but adds a little more to it. Like kind of makes himself a bough of a tree. Just gives us a little bit of shelter. Come on, get in here, guys. And that will be the way he clears his stress, and kind of you see his fur get a little more thicker as Ileana stitches up some of the marks in him. He's like,
Your second one. Yeah, are you gonna do armor? I think you've used up all your armor, right?
I did my armor and stress, yeah.
Oh, armor and stress. All right, sweet. So I'm gonna repair my armor. You see me sit down and just quickly take off my my armor and looking at it, stitching up, pull out my kit out of my bag and start stitching up real quick, everything, and um, see what that is. Oh wait, it's a D4, right? All right, cool. That's a 4. That's my proficiency. That's
Plus
a
1,
1.
yep.
So that's 5. So that clears my armor. And then I just sit back and relax against you, Grim, and maybe I do like a simian thing, and I just start kind of going through your fur, trying to clean it out. But I know it's calming me and you at the same time. Just like a nervous, fidget. And so let me roll for that. Clear stress. 4 again. All right, so 5. So I only have 1 stress, so that clears my stress as well.
All right. And then Eliana, you took a watch, so please roll a d12.
I'll
A
put
single?
tiered.
Yep, 1d12.
11.
Okay. So then you get to choose if you want that or you'd want whatever I rolled.
And we want higher on that, right?
You do.
Yeah, I'll take ours.
Yeah. All right. So, as you all rest here, there doesn't seem to be any disturbance. The roots expand at a even pace, don't seem to be getting particularly close. Seems like you truly had lost them wherever this had led you, and you realize it led you instead of further like away where maybe they'd expect you to go, actually kind of did bring you closer, so relative safety. As you look down and peaceful and somewhat rejuvenating time. This is very nice because I rolled a 2. So with that, we are going to end for today. And I rolled my fear because you took a short rest, which gave me 5 fear. So I am at 7. For when we come back. So I'll end the stream and then we'll talk offline. Who's watching? Thank you so much.